Good day, everybody. This is Vic from VDrive bringing it to you 2026 Nissan Armada the NISMO. This is one of those vehicles that nobody asked for, but you know what? Here it is. You know, if you're bored with the Pro 4X package there, the Nissan Armada SL, the SV is there, and the Nissan Platinum Reserve as well, you know what? You got to come and check this one out because they all fit in the similar price point of category there. It's actually the second most pricier Nissan Armada that you can buy with your money right there. And I'm telling you, after spending some time with this vehicle there, you're going to absolutely love this thing. But first of all, look at this nice gray color with the nice blacked out grille, which is very giant with all these red accents that you can see enhance the look of this vehicle. You have the beautiful looking LED lights that are daytime running lights. You have the projector lamps in between there. You have the space right here to make your vehicle a little bit aerodynamic because this thing is really, really bold. You do have the sensors there. You have more space right here for airs to pass, and you have your fog lamps there too. Now, the grille looks really amazing. You have the NISMO badge right there. So if somebody's trying to fake their vehicle to make it NISMO, they can't really because this grille is specific to this vehicle, and you have the red splitter at the front. At the front, you also have a radar system here for your adaptive cruise and all that kind of stuff. And in your Nissan badge, you have your front-facing camera, which is part of your 360 camera there too. The color blend, the whole look is really good, especially with the body kit that you have. It enhancing the look from the front to the back. As you can see, you have this wheel well right here, which is bolted onto the vehicle. Looks really, really nice. Now come to the side right here. You have the 22 inches forged aluminum wheels that are lighter, and they are specific to this vehicle for better performance there too. You have the disc brakes there too, and you have the red calipers matching the whole aesthetics of the vehicle there. Now you have air suspension in all four corners, which is tuned in a way so you can have a better handling when you're driving down the road or on a track. It's going to give you a nice experience. And you have this 275/50 R22s tires, the Bridgestone tires on these NISMO wheels, as you can see. Now, coming to the side right here, you have the blacked out vent, which is fake, obviously, and you have the NISMO with the O being red. Now, it's going to bring all the memories of the old school GTRs there and all the power specs, which I'm going to get into in a second. Now, look at this thing. You have the blacked out roof, the blacked out portion at the top here, body color right here, which is the handles and all that kind of stuff. And you have your mirror cap, which is all blacked out there, two power mirrors folding, all that kind of stuff. And your side skirts, instead of having power running boats, you have the regular boats, and with your color match blacked out gloss black there and the red side skirt there too. Looks really, really neat in my opinion there. Now coming to the side, the body kit follows all the way to the back here too. You have the beautiful looking LED light all the way at the back, Armada badge in between, Nissan there too. At the back, it will also tell you that this is a NISMO, and you have the different bumper at the back here too. Gives you a really nice look to it. Now, even though this vehicle has a little bit more power and the similar torque, it doesn't sound as aggressive. Right now it's running. There's only one single exhaust on the side right here, which is really small, and it's just right here on the drop. You know, we'll try to show it to you in a different cinematic there, but yeah, that's just it. But the vehicle looks really good. What are your thoughts regarding this vehicle? You know, what do you think about the look that the Nissan has provided with this bad boy? Would you take this over a Platinum? Or a Reserve, Platinum Reserve, or a Pro 4X? In my opinion, you should, because it just makes sense, in my opinion. Now let's just take a second and talk about the dimensions of the vehicle. The total width of this vehicle is going to be 92.5 inches, and the total length of this vehicle is going to be 210.9 inches. Let's just call it 211 inches there. The total height is going to make about 76.6, so let's just call it 77 almost. And the whole wheelbase is 121.1 inches long. The curve weight of this vehicle is going to be roughly around the 6,100 and change pounds there, which is pretty typical when you compare the similar sized vehicle to any other vehicle. But the look of this vehicle is way bolder than any other vehicle I have seen in the market, just because of the body kit and the whole look that Nissan is bringing out of this vehicle. Now let's just open the hood so I can show it to you what kind of power this thing is packing under there. All right, under the hood you have this twin turbo V6 from Nissan, which is part of the VR factory in Iwaki plant in Japan right there. This engine is producing 460 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 516 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM, which is paired to 9-speed transmission there. This vehicle can go from 0 to 100 in 6.3 seconds there, which is estimated. It doesn't feel as fast when you look at the numbers there, but when you actually drive it and you feel that 6,100 pounds of vehicle moving, it actually feels really fast. Now, the regular Nissan Armada Platinum has only 425 horsepower, so the horsepower in this one is 460, but the torque is still the same, Not a huge amount of differences, but of course the body kit, the suspension, the different wheels, and all these things actually make a difference. And even your steering wheel is kind of tuned differently too. So in my opinion, this is still a better deal than getting a Nissan Platinum there, in my opinion there. Now, it just doesn't make sense when we talk about the fuel economy, but according to Nissan, the fuel economy on this one is going to be 60 miles per gallon for city, 17 on a highway, and 19 is going to be combined. When you drive something like this, you shouldn't even be worried about it, but here it is, you know. Now, the total price of this vehicle for Canadian market is roughly going to be about that $107,000. A Nissan Platinum, the Platinum Reserve Armada, is going to cost a bit more than this one. But again, if you can get this, of course, there's going to be slight compromise on features, which I'm going to get into when we go to the interior, but this is still a better deal in my opinion. All right, now let's get into the interior of this vehicle. Of course, you have a keyless entry right here, and as well as at the back as well. When you go inside, you have the suede all around right here. You have the nice plastic right here. You have the music system by Klipsch. It's going to give you 12 speakers, which is pretty cool. It's going to give you a nice experience there too. You have this beautiful ultra suede seats on the leather, as you can see with the NISMO badge right here. These seats are going to be fully powered. You have the massaging function. It's heated. And you have a button right here in case you want to adjust the overall adjustment of the seat right there. You have the button right here for your steering wheel assist there, a button to open up your tailgate there. And when you jump inside of the vehicle right here, you are welcomed with this beautiful Nissan NISMO steering wheel with the nice red strip in the middle. You have a 14.5 inches screen, which is double that, of course, both of them together right here. You have the suede all around right here. And for your towing, you do have a brake controller, which is located right here. Now, there is something I'm going to talk about. These seats, as good as they look, they do not come with the cooling function. It's almost the same price as a Nissan Armada Platinum. I don't know why they don't give it, but my question is that why do you even care about cooling seats? Come on, you buy this car if you really want to care about the performance there. You do have a giant panoramic roof right here too. You have a rear camera mirror that located right here. So, and one more thing, this vehicle does not come with the dash cam in this one, unlike any other packages there. There's a dash cam that records anything that's happened outside, and there's a camera to record from inside. Maybe there is a reason they didn't add that, because you could also be the problem there too. Now, all the jokes apart, this is how the screen looks like. You know, you do have, I'm going to quickly go back to the settings right here. This is how it looks like here. You do have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, inbuilt Google there too, and of course functions right here for your heated seats and steering wheel, which you can use it right here too. You have the auto 4x4, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low here too, and you have a multiple different drive selectors right here too, and you have your transmission selector right here. And if you'll notice something, even your start and stop button is actually red, and you have auto leveling for your suspension. Remember I mentioned it has air suspension in it, the airbags in all four corners, and this vehicle can actually pull 8,500 pounds of towing there, which is amazing. And you have this nice smooth space right here, and if you pull this, you have a wireless charging right here, just the USB-C ports, you have the cup holders here too, and a nice leather with suede insert right here, Armada written here, and you have a space right here which is all suede in between too. Looks really rich in my opinion. Now let's just go back to the vehicle there so I can show it to you what kind of a space this vehicle is packing actually. So I'm just going to adjust my seat the way I like to sit. Here it is. Now let's go to the back. Of course, you have the same idea, suede and all that kind of stuff. These seats are actually really nice. It's all the way reclined, but if a normal civilian will have to sit, this is how they would sit. Of course, I'm 6'2" for the reference, you know, 100 kilograms there, whatever it is, 220. My head is almost touching, but if I recline this for my comfort, which is pretty cool. This armrest is a little bit too small for me, I can tell you that. If this will be a little bit longer, a little bit beefier, that would be pretty cool. I do have the climate control system right here, USB-C, a DC port here too, and I have cup holders in the middle right here and a place to charge my phone, and you have the USB-C ports there too. Now, I'll try to go back to the third row seating and see what kind of space I can actually get. So I'm going to move this seat normally, and I'll try to go at the back here. So there you go. So I'm going to go behind the seat right here, and just for the reference, yes, my head is touching and my knees are touching here too. I do have a USB-C with the cup holders here too, and if I will press this button right here, I can actually recline my seat a little bit. I can do the same thing for this seat here too. With that being said, my head is still touching, just so you know, and my knees are touching right here too. But if a mid-sized person will sit in the middle, they can move their seat a little bit forward. And if I'm a little bit smaller there too, or if I'm bald, you know, I'll be pretty comfortable sitting in the middle, in my opinion. And yeah, there is no, you know, armrest where I can put my arm there, but that's okay. It's what it is. Now, let me just show you what kind of space you're packing in the cargo area. According to Nissan, if you have the keys in your pocket or in your hand, you can actually use this area and open this tailgate option there too. But the vehicle is too new. I believe it's disabled, so we're going to skip that for now. We're going to open this up by using that button there, and this is how it looks like. So if you remember, the third row seating was reclined, so we're going to move them forward a little bit. And right here is fine. You have 120 volt port right here. You have the place right here in case you want to put a safety net. Under seat cargo storage. You have the plate for your front bracket here. Not a whole lot of space. You can still throw maybe like 2 or maybe 3 small bags right here. And there is a good portion about this one. You can press this button to lower and increase the height of the vehicle here. And if you will do that, this is how it's going to sound like. Do you guys see that? You can adjust those heights just by pressing the button right there. Now I would like to mention one more thing. When you buy one of these vehicles, of course you may be doing a little bit of an occasional towing there. It can be really confusing, you know, how exactly would you be finding your hitch. So if you'll come right here, you'll have to use these portions right here, and underneath there are clips. You'll have to open this up. But the whole thing looks so flushed, you can't even think there is a hitch behind it. So only take that portion off if you're actually hauling it. Other than that, the thing is going to look ugly in my opinion there. But now let's just go for a quick drive so I can show it to you how the vehicle handles. And let me tell you, you're going to absolutely have a lot of fun there. But before that, I just want to mention we are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers in the next 3 months. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like to our video. And if you have any questions, let me know. So let's just go for a quick drive. And I just realized I forgot to mention what kind of a key that you get. When you see a vehicle like this, you actually assume, you know, the key will be a little bit advanced, but it's just a typical Nissan key. You know, it doesn't say NISMO or anything like that. You know, just like how Toyota does it. If you buy a Toyota Sienna, it says Sienna at the back. If it's a Land Cruiser, it says Land Cruiser, and same with the Tacoma or a Tundra. You know, not all the Tundras, some of them, but that's just the way it is. But let's just go for a drive. All we have to do is just press this button, and here we go. Let's just see how this vehicle handles. Right now, I'm just in the standard mode. A little bit of an ice on the road right there. And we'll just see how it goes, actually. Right out the back, nice stability. Vehicle feels really smooth. It's actually quieter, in my opinion, you know, than any other vehicles that I have driven in the category. But you know what? That's kind of what you think when you spend all that money there, you know, buying your 7-passenger vehicle. Now here we are on the highway. Let's just see how this vehicle handles. We are still not in the sport mode. Of course, it's only gonna change the performance of the vehicle, but not the sound and the aggressiveness of this exhaust there. But it feels really smooth, nice comfort, nice the handling there with the air suspension there. Feels smooth. The rear camera mirror is helping. We can see everything around us. Not a crazy amount of blind spots as such, and there is enough light coming through the sunroof as well, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And let's just actually go straight. The road is a little bit rough, but there is no, yeah, I will just go to the mud and rut maybe. Oh wow, I can feel the difference in that. But it just shifted to 4x4 instead of auto 4x4. Let's just go to the rock mode. Let's just see what the vehicle does. Okay, still in automatic 4x4, which is cool. No, it's still in 4x4 high. We'll just go to the standard mode. As soon as you switch it to sport, it's gonna shift it to that higher RPM. All right, cool. The handling is great, you know. I approve that. I haven't really pushed this twin turbo V6 to the limit yet, but I will try to, you know, let me just get back to the regular road and we'll just see how the vehicle handles. I'm just gonna pull the vehicle to the crown real quick, so let the people go, and we'll just make the U-turn here. One thing I can tell you, if your vehicle does not have these buttons for transmission, you'll definitely have a hard time getting used to this. But it's not that hard. And let's just pull this on this real quick. Cool. Nice stability. Not a crazy amount of body roll, which usually happens with any other larger vehicle, in my opinion. And as soon as I'm on the regular road, I'll try to do a quick launch control so I can show it to you guys. Remember in the video I mentioned 0 to 100 is still 6.4, 6.3 seconds there. It doesn't feel as fast, but understand when you're driving a 6,100 pound vehicle and you're going 0 to 100, it feels fast. That's just the way it is. Now, some of you might be going in the comments, oh my God, it's not as fast. What the heck are you talking about? Guys, if you're driving a Corvette or a Lamborghini or something, or some sort of a tuned, coupe, I can't compete with that. And yes, Escalades and the Lincolns are actually faster than this vehicle. But hey, those vehicles don't look as cool as this one. So let me just switch it to sport mode and see how it goes. Let's just do a little 0 to 100 and damn, baby! Woo! Look at this. It doesn't take much, and the vehicle just goes. Whew. That was something.
Felt confident for a second.
Guys, it's great. Some of you are just thinking the vehicle is stock and blah blah blah. Imagine this thing is Nismo, made in the VR factory. You can do a lot with this vehicle. I really want the Hennessy company or some of these tune-up shops or the channels to access this vehicle and see if they can actually put some sort of a tune in this one. If they can do some sort of a tune-up, maybe upgrade the intercoolers and the turbos and stuff like that, you can actually boost the power out of this bad boy here. And yeah, you can bring a lot of excitement, in my opinion, just like the same thing you can do with the GTRs, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the same engine as they're using in a GTR too, right? Wow.